Well, Rudy, we're just going to get going. Rudy, thank you again for taking the time to speak with me today. Just to give people a little background, you're one of our clients on the web platform, but really the point of today was to just have a candid conversation, casual conversation, and try to showcase some of the people and originators around the country that are really putting the work in and growing their businesses. I think it's really important, and it'll add a lot of value to people, to your peers around the country, because there are a lot of people that are, just lazy, but there are a lot of people that are willing and able to do the work and just need a little inspiration. So if I can showcase some interesting people, that's what we're here to do today. So maybe you could start with just giving a quick background on you and your business and what you guys do out there in Texas.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you first and foremost for having me. It's a pleasure to speak to you, obviously. One of the founders of Vonk Digital. So awesome, right? So yeah, a little bit about me. Of course, my name is Rudy Zarate. I'm in the Texas region, Houston to be exact. I'm approaching 20 years in this lovely industry, believe it or not. And been through the ups, been through the downs, and it's been an amazing ride. And I love it, right? It's no business like it. Every day is a challenge, and every day we learn things. And no one out there could tell us they're the master of mortgages. We learn every day, man. But awesome, man. Talk to me. What's up with you?
No, we're just growing, trying to improve the platform. But again, I think the one reoccurring issue I'm hearing is like, what do you think I should do? How should I market myself? And I mean, dude, you've been in for 20 years. I imagine that it hasn't been the same thing you were doing 20 years ago. Like, so as an example, like what are you doing now to get the name of your branch out? Community involvement. Talk to me.
Yeah, most definitely. Of course, you see this shirt I have on, Hola. We're branding something a little differently, which is called Hola Casa. I identified my strongest niche. And that's what a lot of new loan officers need to understand. You're not going to be able to do what the other top producer is doing. You're different. Everyone's going to be different in this market, in this industry you chose to be in. And I finally leaned over and decided to say, you know what? I'm Spanish speaking. I attract a lot of Spanish speaking realtors, Spanish speaking clients. So let's identify ourselves a little different. And our branch, our corporation, identified that and said, we're going to roll in with something por la casa. So I've been strong in that sector. That's just me. But that's where I align my business to. And of course, knowing the language, knowing the culture is huge. And what's helped me is that. But honestly, other things within my industry throughout the years, what I've learned is be different. A lot of people know me by barbequing. I think you've seen some of my videos.
Well, like I mentioned, that was like one of the coolest things you do is you bring, I feel like I'm up on this pedestal preaching, like you got to differentiate yourself. You got to, stop meeting other people. And then I go to your site and I see this video of you, talking about barbecue and mortgages and kind of aligning the two. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man, because that's a real passion of mine. On weekends, during the week, it really doesn't matter. Once I'm feeling it, I'm a grill, man. You learn from it. It's like, I think my video even says, it's like real estate. It's if you do it right, the end result will follow. I remember being a loan officer. I didn't know DU. I didn't know all these little acronyms that the business required. And I was failing. I was burning, I guess, loans. With time, I got comfortable, and now I know how to sear the loan or sear the meat or understand reverse sear, smoking, etc. It comes with time, man. So
I love that.
It has to be a passion, of course.
Yeah. I love that analogy. And do you find yourselves like just making better relationships being yourself, out in the business world?
Good. You know what? That's an awesome question, and I do, because now everyone, for the most part, I just came from a little function. Hey, did you bring some seasoning? Or hey, how's your cooking going? So that alone differentiates me from someone who just brings donuts to an office, right? So right away, they knew of me of the grilling guy, right, or the
Yeah.
seasoning guy. So absolutely, find a niche that you can differentiate yourself a little bit different than others, and people will recognize and identify, and it's awesome from there. You know?
Yeah. And I think just to add on that, because again, I think it's awesome. But most importantly, it's find something that, especially the passion that you actually have. You know, you can only like I couldn't go out there and be like, oh, I like what Rudy's doing, not being a great, barbecue guy, and then just pretend to be that. That's just gonna
Exactly.
that's gonna I'm gonna fall on my face, trying to be inauthentic. But if you can find something that's really passionate to you, whether it's, I've seen some people that are into motorcycles, that, skiing, it doesn't matter, but what I think what's really happening is they're opening up about themselves, which ends up attracting people that are, similar or like-minded or want to be around those people. So I just think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Obviously you're leveraging the internet a little bit. Again, thank you for being a client of Vonk Digital. That's not the point really of this conversation today. It's more about giving people ideas and like getting into the community and being themselves. But over the next 5 years, like, are you seeing the way business is being done change? Like how interacting with agents, like where is most of your business coming from? Is it realtor referral? Is it, maybe you can elaborate a little bit on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I know for a fact I'm now self-generated. With time, I understood how that works. I'm still a firm believer you gotta have business partners such as realtors. But at the same time, as a business owner, because everyone getting into this business or that has been in this business, you gotta tell yourself you are a business owner. You have to figure out how to bring in your own business as well and not just rely on business partners. So because of social media, that's been a game changer for me. Obviously, how to also market to your past database is huge, because that's a low-hanging fruit that if you know how to tap it, they would come. So I strongly believe in self-generated lead generation, of course, referral business from realtors or people within the industry. But where do I see it in 5 years? I think our industry is not going anywhere. It's an essential piece of living, which we all need a roof over our head. I think there could be a shift change like anything, but only the ones that actually understand the systems will probably survive in this industry. But I think it's only going to get stronger. Technology is going to be more there as a viable piece, such as your website. I think that's a essential item that every loan officer should have, because you identify yourself different from John Doe, who probably doesn't have a website, where you at least have something to kind of brand yourself and make your name out, make your label or whatever different than theirs. So things like that helps with you being a little different,
Yeah. And I tell people, like, just to talk about the website for a second, like just having a website and doing nothing with it is like staying in the shower and thinking you're going to become a rock star. I mean, it's a piece of the puzzle. It's the foundation. It's where people will find you when they get online, make it easy for them to connect with you. But you got to still be doing something up front. Like it's like being on social media or being out in the community to generate that awareness. And, I think the guys and gals like you that, whether they're doing it today or they, see something like this or something else in the industry, sparks a little creativity in them, and they realize like, oh man, let me go out there and be me, because that's going to serve them for the long term. And we're trying to focus on the career mortgage originator. And you got 20 years. This is clearly your passion. You're going to keep going. Like, how can we help guys and gals like you that are putting in the work? I think as you see, a lot of the people rise and be players in their market, it's not going to be very different than what you're doing, which is being out there, being yourself, and attracting those people. You mentioned one thing earlier about, the new strategy with your niche. Did you ever find that we'll wrap this up soon, but I've heard a lot in the past that people fear leading with a niche because they think they're going to deter anybody else that doesn't fit in that. Have you found that that's been the case? Or
Absolutely. We're our worst critic, first and foremost. I remember someone telling me, hey man, you have to do videos. And it's like, man, I was born with the rounded face. And sometimes when I'm talking in camera, either where I turn, I just don't like the way I look. But then again, as I mentioned, we're our worst critic. But you with time, you have to adapt with change. And that's what people want these days, is actually put a face to who they're doing business with. And the more you put yourself out there, regardless how you look or how you think you look, people will tend to connect more with you because now they see who they're going to do business with. So it took me a while to finally get adjusted with what we're doing right now as well. Yeah. But now I can just go live on any platform and I could care less about my rounded face or what side I'm turning.
Yeah.
I just roll with it, man. You have to get out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Again, Rudy, I really appreciate the time today. This is cool. I know you're a busy guy, so thank you for taking the time out. Hopefully we can inspire some people to get out of their comfort zone, and because it really, again, if people leave with nothing else, it's differentiate yourself, get out of your comfort zone, and really position yourself for the future. I think what you're doing is awesome. I want some of your seasoning, like I told you, so
sure, man.
Put it in order for that. I don't want to put you on the spot, but would it be okay if I showed or I made it available that little intro video you have, just to give people some inspiration on?
Yeah, man, I would love that. I need more views.
That's right.
On that video, so absolutely share away, man. I really put a lot into that video, so yeah, absolutely go for it.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much. If you guys need anything over there, we're here for you, and you'll see yourself on the internet soon, because we'll push this out and hopefully inspire some more people.
Appreciate it. Let me know if anything else I could do for you guys, and keep up the great work right there at Vonk Digital, which has been a game changer for me. Just FYI. Okay.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, brother. Have a good one.